I have a leftover roast beef here, and so have quite a bit of it left. So I'm going to make a goulash and gravy, and we're going to put it on rice. If you don't want to put it on rice, don't put it on brown rice. But if you can eat the rice for carbs, go ahead. So I'm going to put my meat here. I'm going to keep cutting up my meat until I have enough. And I think that's pretty much it right there. And I have my leftover gravy from my beef when I cooked it. See the gravy in the bottom of the pan? There's a nice little fat in there, which is delicious and makes sweet. And I'll use that as my base for my gravy. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gravy from my pan right here from my roast, and I'm going to put it all into my big fry pan. Now I could do the whole thing and do it on the stove in this pan, but I'm going to put it all in here first. Get all that nice gravy in there from the beef that I cooked. Now I have some left, so I'm going to put some water in this so I get all of it out, because that's the best part of it. That natural gravy makes the best gravy from your roast. And I'm going to put a big amount in here. I'm going to put probably about 2 cups in there. I would say 2 cups in there. And then I'm going to swish it around, kind of like I'm cleaning the pan with the water, but I'm going to use that to put all into the pan. Swish it all around in there. Love this pan. This is a Tefal pan. It's got the coating on it and the inside, and it's got ridges on the bottom. So when you cook a roast, the heat goes underneath the roast, so it browns it all over, so it seals the meat totally. Love this pan. I don't know where I got it. I got it many years ago, and it's been a great pan. It's even got the glass top that goes with it. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so I'm getting in between those slots in there, getting all the drippings, as you call them, the drippings here. Okay, now put all the drippings into the pan. Oh, it even smells wonderful. You can smell it. Okay, now they're out. I'll put that in the sink to wash that. Then, into this, I'm going to add a bouillon cube. It's cold, it's not hot. And I'm going to crunch up a beef bouillon cube, just to make sure it's got a good flavor to it. Just a little extra. So, there's that one there. And I think I'm going to put 2 beef bouillon cubes in there. Okay, because I put 2 cups of water, so I'll put that in there. Okay, then I'm going to cut up some little pieces of onion. Little pieces of sweet onion, just a sweet onion, in my gravy. That'll cook down, of course, not much. Make little pieces. You don't want big pieces in the gravy. And I cut my meat up. I'm also going to add some pepper, green pepper to this, and of course the crushed garlic. And then I think I'm going to add just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce or horseradish, just to give it that little extra kick. Maybe both. Okay, so that's just enough onion, just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. And here's some green pepper. Just put a little bit in there. Now I want to have this a little thicker, because you just don't want to have a juice in there, because you're going to have some thickener in there. So you can either use flour, or you can use arrowroot. You can use cornstarch. You can use Jell-O. You know, it's going to use Jell-O. That's a thickener also. So I'm going to use a little bit of flour. I know it's got carbs in it. How many carbs is in this? 23 grams of carbs in 1/4 cup. So I'm not going to use any more than 1/4 cup, and then the whole thing will have 23 grams in it. So it's not bad. Not bad. And, oh, here's the rest of my garlic in here. I'm going to put some crushed garlic in there, too. Crushed garlic. Oh, delicious. Of course, when the garlic cooks in, it doesn't retain its own flavor. It goes right into whatever it's put in. kind of disappears. All right, so while this is still cold, I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of flour in here, okay? About 1/4 cup of flour. Okay, that's it, okay? Now I'm going to take my thing out here, get all that lovely juice. I got to back it afterwards. I'm going to put this on top of my meat so we don't lose any of that deliciousness. And I'm going to get the flour stirred in. Now it's going to become gravy. Yes, it's turning the color of gravy. Now if you also want to even kick it up a bit, put some sour cream in this. Oh, that would be delicious. I wonder if I got any sour cream in the refrigerator that hasn't gone past the due date. Oh, let me take a peek. It looks now. See, it's all ready to. The flour has. The flour has gone in, so now it's just a little light colored. I'm going to put in here. Now, I am going to put it on medium heat, and I'm going to put a little bit of horseradish in it. A little bit of horseradish. Maybe a, I don't know, big tablespoon. Not too big. And stir that in. And then I'm going to put my meat in there. Okay? A lovely meat. Okay, with all the little crumbly things in it from the coating. Start stirring. This, put it a little hotter. It will come up to boil, and then it'll get thicker. Okay? Rice. So I'm going to use a 3/4 cup. I'm going to use a 1.5 cups of water, and then 3/4 cup of rice. I'll put the rice in first. Makes it, that way you don't clean and make a mess. Okay? Rice. Rice, 3/4 cup. Back down. Always put everything in plastic sealed containers so no bugs or creatures get into your containers. If you just put something down in your cupboard without anything, everything I have here is sealed. Like there's my flour with a nice sealed top. And my other containers, I use these peanut containers to put everything in oatmeal. They're solid, they're nice and secure. And nothing gets in them to eat stuff for that. Okay, so into the rice, I'm going to put 1.5 cups of water. Cold, hot, doesn't matter. So, here we go. One. Double it. Okay. Now this takes a long time because it's brown rice. So what's going to do is I'm going to put it on the stove now, and I'm going to heat it up. Put it on high, heat it up, and then turn it down. Here we go, front burner. Oh, it's starting to cook here. Here we go. Starting to cook. Nice. We're also going to have frozen green beans. Been in there a while. I'm sure they're still pretty good. And you'll notice this is starting to boil now. Looking good. Nice and thick, getting thicker. That's the graviness. Now, if you look at the rice, it's cooking right there. Gotta be cooking. Brown rice. That brown rice will probably take a half hour to do. And then we're gonna put some frozen green beans. Don't have any fresh green beans right now, so frozen just as good. Gonna put the green beans in a little bit of. Always save your elastics to tie off things. See these elastics? All kinds of elastics. Save them. Put them in the drawer. Take them out. Okay, so there's the green beans. Oh, these are French cut green beans. Okay, that means they're slit up the middle. Instead of just cutting to pieces, they're slit up the middle. Okay, nice French green beans. Little water. Or you can stick them in the microwave. The rice is boiling. Turn it down to low. Turn it down to low. Let it sit there, keep it covered. The rice will absorb the water. Green beans are in the back. I'm going to put them on high. Okay? And then this is ready. And I'll just add sour cream to it, which I'm going to do that right now. Oh yeah. Okay. Sour cream usually stays good anyway, because it's already soured. How could it get any worse? Okay, sour cream. Boom. Nice big scoop. Probably about half of the container that's there. Okay? Very low carb. So far in here, we don't have much carbs except for what? The flour. That's it. Okay. Oops. Get that there. Stir that sour cream in. When you put the sour cream in, oh, I can smell that. It almost smells like beef stroganoff, because beef stroganoff has sour cream. I guess you could call this a poor man's beef stroganoff on rice. You can see it's coming in nice and clear right there. Right there. It's on low. I'm going to cover it. Just let it sit here and do its thing until we're ready to eat. And that's all there is to it. Green beans, of course, they could be microwaved. They're already cooked, so all you gotta do is come up to temperature and thaw them out, get warm, and they're done. Then the rice, you'll be able to tell the rice is done. It'll absorb all the water. And that's it.